try to give you a tour of our wax handling system with our outfit here. We have a Cowan 60 frame air extractor, and we're using a Paradise Honey wax press underneath to handle the wax and the honey. It's a P500 220 volt wax press. It's a nylon screw that will compress the wax along a series of filters. The wax comes out this end into a tub we put underneath. Honey is squeezed out, goes through another series of sieves, and then flows out and goes into our sump. Our sump's disconnected right now. Everything here gets another good cleaning before we start extracting next year. The sump is not heated. It would be a lot better if it was. It's sloped to the middle. It has two sieves on each side, one for the honey coming out of the extractor, and this other one from the honey coming out of the wax press. And from there, it goes into our pump and is pumped into our holding tanks. We have the Cowan machine here. This uncapper, they work pretty good. The boiler here. The wax press is fully adjustable. We can speed it up, slow it down, stop, start. We can reverse it. We find it works pretty good. It gets rid of most of the honey that's in our wax. Some things we considered when we went to this system, our power is very expensive here, so the less heating we can do, the better. Our power is about double the price of it is in Manitoba. So when our honey and wax is separated, comes out from the sump, it goes into hose and is pumped across the ceiling and over into our big holding tank. This is the main pump we use. In the middle of extracting last year, we had an issue with it. A capacitor on it has gone haywire. We're going to have to replace that before the start of the season. What we did have was a Lyson pump we had bought for a spare as a standby. It's a 2-inch, 220 volt. I wasn't sure it would handle the load, but it worked fine. I was quite impressed with the little pump. It more than kept up with the 60 frame Cowan. This little pump was able to lift honey up and across the ceiling. That's 15 feet high it was pushing, so it did a really good job. When the honey leaves the sumps, it's pumped up into this holding tank. It's stainless steel lined, water jacketed, we can heat it. And it'll do the final separation of wax and honey. At the end of our season, we can clean the wax and stuff will float to the top. It's After our season, there's maybe 4 to 6 inches of wax floating on the top. The honey that comes out of the bottom, you could pretty well bottle it. It's very clear. When we pump it over into our bottling tank, we run it through filters, but the filters hardly take out anything. The settling process does a really good job on the honey.